Randall, what a pleasure to see you again. We've been friends a long time. How long were you a member of the Urban Core group?
Still a member. Been there about 12 years.
I was a member 12 years before that came to an end for me, before I moved on. But that's where we met, was at the Urban Core group of Kansas City. Plug for them.
That's true.
I'm at Kitchens by Cleveno with Randall Sisk.
Correct.
And I'm interested, when did you start this? And how do we know it's a V instead of a W? How did you get the name? Start with that.
Well, the business started in late year 1946 by a fellow by the name of Cleveno, spelled K-L-E-W-E-N-O. Kind of strange, huh? But it's German, so the W is pronounced with a V, and they kept that pronunciation.
Volkswagen.
The guy was born out in Bison, Kansas, western Kansas, German community of 200 people. Got his wings months before Pearl Harbor, was in the war, got out of the war and started his kitchen business in 1946.
I bet it's changed a little bit.
Lots, yes.
And so that's when Kitchens by Cleveno started. I've only known you here at this location.
Correct.
This location. You only have one location, is that correct?
Only one location today.
And when did you take over?
I came along in early 80s and became a partner in 85. And my late partner, Cleveno, passed away in 1998.
Great.
And I've been here ever since.
What do you think? What do you think sets? I mean, this is a magnificent kitchen. So let me start out just by. We're in a contemporary. Tell us just a little bit about the kitchen. This is the contemporary one.
This is contemporary. We have 3 lines of cabinets, actually. This one comes out of Canada. We have one out of Pennsylvania and another one out of Minnesota. They're all different.
Sure.
That sounds crazy.
No, of course.
People think a car is a car is
I
a car,
see
but that's not
all the stuff on the wall there.
Right.
I take pictures
so,
of that.
This is a frameless line of cabinetry. It's very high end, and we do some pretty special things with it.
Great.
Really special things.
Very good.
Yeah. High gloss, weird doors that change color when you move them. Kind of crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, technology itself is crazy, so I'm familiar with that, but it applies to craftsmanship as well.
True. This is one of the finest built cabinets you can buy. When you get a minute, you can come back and I can show you all the little details.
I want to do that.
Cabinet line does.
And please feel free to come and do business with Randall at Kitchens by Cleveno. What do you think sets Kitchens by Cleveno apart from any of the competition?
Well, competition is hard to quantify even, because we're not kitchen makers or kitchen designers. So we create the design, we help with the selections of the materials, all the things that go into a kitchen, appliances, countertops, backsplash, lighting, flooring, etc., etc. We help with all that at no charge. The money we make comes from the cabinets that we sell. So they might seem like they're a little more expensive, but we give you all of that. In a nutshell, we help you create the kitchen the way it is. And for that, we get paid to put the cabinets in for you.
Do you build the kitchen around the cabinet?
Not always. Most clients have a theme or some kind of something that they're going for or they want to do or otherwise. And we start with that and then we kind of build it from the ground up.
Nice.
The cabinet style makes a big difference in it, or different styles of cabinetry in the same kitchen. It all varies a little bit. The appliances and everything else kind of come along with the design that we might put together.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
We are in the heart of Westport at Broadway and Westport Road, on Broadway. What do you think Kitchens by Cleveno does to add to the charm of Westport?
Well, I think you said you took a video outside the building.
Yeah, I took some drone footage outside.
I like to think our building is
Beautiful.
really nice looking.
Yeah.
And I think it adds to the character of Westport. And also, Westport is one of those communities that has two-story buildings, one and two-story buildings for the most part. And this kind of emulates that and makes it, I think, a little more warm, a little more fun.
Local.
Well, Westport's fun anyway, just because it's an entertainment district to begin with.
Well, it's got a lot of history. I mean,
And it's got a lot of history. It was actually the first Kansas City, even before Kansas City came about down at the Shoto area.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
More history.
There's
Another history lesson. How do you welcome homeowners to your store? In what ways do you bring a smile to homeowners and new clients or existing clients?
Well, clients will usually seek us out. They'll either find us on the internet, or better yet, a friend tells a friend, and they'll come and they'll seek us out. So we don't get a lot of walk-ins, just walk in and, I want to buy a kitchen. We're a little more high-end than that. So people will seek us out and come in. But the way we create something kind of cool for them to feel comfortable is the way we put our displays together.
Yeah.
And we want them to feel
Feels like home.
Yeah, we want them to feel like
home.
they're kind of at home and wonderful, and and make them feel like they want to stay for a little while. And then we can begin to talk about a kitchen or their project or whatever they're trying to do, choices and things, and we have lots of different things we can see and look at. We tell them to open things up because there's surprises behind every door almost, and that kind of sparks a whole lot of conversation. Well, I had no idea you could do such a thing, or what in the world is that? That's the kind of stuff we'd like to do. It makes me feel good when I hear that going on in the showroom.
Well, that comes with a lot of experience.
Yeah, true. And technology and things that are available to people that they don't really know about sometimes. Although it's getting better because the internet teaches people what they want to know about kitchens. You get on the internet and research kitchens, you can start learning a whole lot about kitchens before they ever come to see me. So the internet has caused a lot of people to be educated even before they get here. And then we got to keep up.
Real estate is very similar, right?
I would bet.
People already have seen the house or pictures of the house before they even come look at it.
Right. Yeah.
So
it's always better to see things firsthand, however.
Yeah.
That's always
Touch it.
the key.
Oh,
Yeah, you got
nice.
to touch it and feel it.
Is this granite?
So much of the time we don't. It's a quartz. It's a granite quartz, yeah. So it's made with granite. Yes, it is.
How do you contribute? How does Kitchens by Cleveno contribute to the economic vibrancy of Westport?
That's an interesting question. Economic vibrancy. Well, I would say that I'm not just so much. I think it's the visual or just the presence of us here more than anything, because the economic vibrancy of this particular community has more to do with the entertainment, the restaurants, the bars, the retail. So we're a retail store, but we're not really someplace you go in and buy a tchotchke or something you pick up off the shelf and buy, or otherwise. It's more of a retail for a whole kitchen.
Sure.
That's what our proposition is. But I like to think we add to the economic of it just because we're here, and it's a pretty building and people walk up and down the street, and it makes it nice to be in Westport.
Great.
So
I agree.
it's a draw for people, I think.
Do you miss the hurricane?
I don't miss the hurricane. Yeah, we've got a new venue next door, and they're good neighbors, and they do a great job.
And I did not know the neighbors before, so I knew Stan. That was it.
Stan's a good guy, yeah.
But I saw a lot of shows at the hurricane over the years.
Yeah, and I've been there as well, and the venue was really kind of cool. Everybody knew the hurricane.
Sure.
We had a battle over the alley next door. I could never get in and out of my alley in my parking lot. that was my biggest issue with
I
them.
see.
But otherwise, they were good neighbors.
Great.
Yeah, very good guys.
Any changes for Kitchens by Cleveno coming? Any buzzworthy news that you want to share with an audience?
We try to put in displays and that are timeless. And so I don't change displays very often. Seldom do we do that. But we've got a couple of them in the works right now, and we're going to probably change those within the next 6 to 9 months.
Here in the store?
Yeah, here in the store. Not this particular one, but a couple of them. And we're continually updating things all the time. So nothing to put out there in the airways to say, oh, come and see us because we're doing new stuff. But it'll be new. So when people come in,
You'll notice it. Yeah. I'll show you pictures. Do you collaborate with local businesses? And you said where you source your cabinets. Do you have any other source or inventory that you get locally?
We do. Part of the name of our company, part of the kind of the logo of our company is the art of the kitchen. So we try to incorporate a little art in every kitchen. So it could be handmade tile by a local artisan. It could be Italian light fixtures made by an artisan. It could be lighting. We have a lighting fixture in here that's made by a local glass blower.
Yep.
We do a lot of that as well. It's Rock Cottage Glass is the name of the company. Other things we do too, we work with a lot of other glass people to create really kind of exotic glass, if you will, backlit glass, edge-lit glass, curved glass, angled glass. So the art of the kitchen has several meanings, meaning that we've kind of mastered the art of the kitchen, number one. And then secondly, we use a lot of artists to make things really cool.
Great.
Or we make room for a little bit of art in some of our cabinetry, as you can see behind us as well.
Hand-painted fish, I bet.
Right. Or we make a little alcove or something that people can put art in. Not that this is great, but you get the idea.
Yeah, it's appealing to the eye.
The art of the kitchen.
Great. Yeah. How can I focus on the neighborhoods and the businesses that make the neighborhoods work, and why folks want to come be part of this neighborhood and this community? How can we give back so that we're giving to the community? How do we give back?
Well, I specifically give back to the community because I've always been on a board of some kind in Westport.
So is that a civic duty then?
Kinda, yeah. So, you get a board of directors that kind of handles what goes on in the city, on the community.
Sure.
And I've been on several of those. And we don't adjudicate, but we recommend and or make things happen. The whole thing became there's 2 different community improvement districts in Westport, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
We do a lot with them as well. And we get funded through those things.
Through the CID?
Yeah. We get our funding from that. So we can make a lot of things happen because of that. Mainly maintenance, security. People can fix up their buildings a little bit better. And then people want to come here because we try to make it safer. We try to make it more attractive. Try to keep it clean. Those are the kind of things that need to happen in any community to make it safe, comfortable, feel good, what have you.
Great.
And I like to think the fact that I'm on a board that actually helps to make that happen.
When you're not at home or here in the store, where do you like to go get some zen or some peace and quiet?
Well, my wife and I like to travel a bit, and we like to keep it kind of simple. We have it abroad a little bit, just enough to get a little bit of outside culture, if you will, from the things. But we've got a nice little backyard, and we sit on the back porch in the mornings, early mornings, have our coffee, and it's quiet time for us.
Nice. Very good.
Yeah. But I will have to say, when I'm not at home sleeping, I'm here. I'm here a lot, 7 days a week, pretty much.
That says a lot about the business. I find many of my interviews and interviewees are at the business. They're working. They're part of the community. They're part of what makes the business breathe. That's critical.
That's why I'm here. I'm here all the time, unless I'm out on appointment or looking at a job or something like that. But yeah, I'm here all the time.
Do you have a favorite place you like to eat here in Westport?
Oh yeah, Westport Cafe.
Tell us.
Westport Bar and Cafe.
Right across the street.
It is right over there on Westport Road.
Quaint French.
It is a wonderful little French bistro. It's a bistro. I would say it's a barista. It's not a brasserie. It's a bistro, but the food is fantastic.
Yeah, great food.
You don't feel like you're in Kansas City at all. There, you feel like you're in Chicago or New York. Or
We've had a few more restaurants like that pop up.
we've had a few
recently.
more. Yes, we have.
Like Earl's Town
That's
Town
correct.
Company.
That's right.
Very, very offbeat.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Do you caffeinate?
Coffee? I do.
Do you have a favorite place that you like to caffeinate?
Well, the best place in Westport is Broadway
Cafe.
Yeah, I mean it's iconic.
It is.
Sarah does
And
a
it's great
great
coffee.
job there. It's great coffee, and people hang out there because they just like it. It's just cool.
It
And
is.
they make-
It's a
and,
cool
and
spot.
they do a great job. They really do.
I'm glad they made it. That everything after the pandemic was just weird. So they
She made it. They did well, and they're thriving now.
great.
So
That's important to
glad
me.
she is.
Any traditions in Kansas City or Westport in general that you can think of that you celebrate?
Personally, probably not, but Westport has throngs and throngs of stuff that they do.
Just had the Westport Art Fair.
Westport Art Fair, Santa Dash.
Well, I don't know about that one.
Run. There's a run. Yeah, it's a 5K run. It's called the Santa Dash. It comes around at Christmas time,
Sure.
and there was always other kinds of things that happen in Westport all the time. They're closing the streets for all sorts of. Well, September's a big month for that as well, with all the things going on. But Westport Art Fair is a big. That brings in a lot of people.
Great.
All
That
those things.
I missed it this year.
Events help to bring people to the Westport area, which is really good. That's good for us too.
What's a social? Westport is a social,
It's a social
spot.
place, and it
Yeah.
exposes all the businesses, ours included. We like people to come to Westport so they can see the front of our building and get enticed to come in and see what it's all about.
Have a nice cool drink right out of the nice fridge in front. It's beautiful. It's giant. Randy, anything I didn't ask you about Kitchens by Clevino that you want to tell an audience online?
You probably run the gamut pretty well. The only thing I would probably add is that we're open 6 days a week, and people need to come and see us because we got some of the best secrets in the city,
Great.
and it's worth coming to take a look at.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I am Frankie Bellucci. I'm a realtor with Remax Premier Bellucci. If you know anybody that wants to buy or sell any real estate, please let me know. Your referrals are golden to me. This is another amazing conversation with a local business owner here in Kansas City. We're celebrating business owners and our area and our local vibrancy. It's incredible. It's an incredible place to live. And this is another great conversation. Mr. Sisk, thank you for your time.
Sure.
I really appreciate it.
Great.
That's it. Ciao.